Welcome back everybody to another rebuild. We are now doing AC Milan, a club heaped in history with loads of club legends. Just naming a few: Paolo Maldini, Franco Baresi, Andrei Shevchenko. We've got Kaká, Pirlo, Ruud Gullit, Marco van Basten. The list just goes on. This club is just one of the pinnacles in Italy, and unfortunately they haven't brought any silverware for quite some time. The last bit of silverware was in 2016. It was the Italian Super Cup. But if we go a little bit further back, Serie A hasn't been won since 2011. And the Champions League 2007. And we're going to try and win them the Serie A. And we're going to try the ultimate dream of the Champions League. So let's delve straight into it then. If we have a look where we're predicted to finish on current squad basis, I guess, is third. Inter Milan to win it, Juventus, then Milan 7-1. And let's have a look at the side then. Be interesting to see what sort of players they have got in there. Mike, French. Let's have a quick look at him. He looks not that bad actually, to be fair. And he's only 26 years old, so he'll be here for some time. Yeah, we've got a couple of aging goalkeepers as well. If we have a look at the back, we've got Kjaer, Duarte, he's on loan, or he's out on loan. Tomore, 23 years old. I think we could build around him at the back at least anyway. I think he's going to be one of them rocks at the back. Caldara, he's out on loan. Ramagnoli as well. Let's have a look at him. Again, very nice, 6'2", jumping reach. I mean, I do like a good jumping reach and heading. If you can do both of them things and you're pretty quick, then you're more or less into my personal side. They've got Gabbia as well, 21-year-old defender. Can we have him in there? 6'1", again jumping and heading. Not as good as Alessio, but still do the job. A couple of other players out on coming in on loan. Hafferman. Not sure why he's here though, to be perfectly honest. Can we filter this out? But no, this is actually the first team. It's quite a large squad actually. Kalulu as well, Pierre, right wing back, very quick, nice. Looking forward to seeing what we can do with some of these. Theo Hernandez as well on the left hand side, excellent stuff. I don't think there's going to be that much adjustments, I don't think. 23 years old, again, another player, Tomore, Hernandez at the back. I think we can't ask for much more than that, I guess. Ballo-Toure. Again, 24 years old. So they're already building for the future. You can see there's not many players that are that old. Franco Kessie as well. Excellent stuff. Again, another player that we can potentially build around as well. 24 years old. I'm struggling to find out really who we need. Sailmakers as well out on the wing. I'm already thinking of a 4-2-3-1 formation. Tonali, a DM or midfielder. Who else is there? Bakayoko, is he on loan? Have they got him on? They've got him on loan from Chelsea. Okay. Again, looks very nice. Moratti, midfielder. Adley, he's out on loan. Benakar, again, 23 years old. I mean, some of these lads are very, very young. Very young. Krunic as well, later 20s, but again, still can do the job, I feel. I don't see how they're having a problem winning trophies. I really don't. Daniel Maldini, again, we have to have a Maldini in the side. It has to happen, but 19 years old, still a long way to go. The 8th down the pecking order, I'm afraid. Messias, 30-year-old. Probably in his prime roundabout now, I'm guessing. Brazilian, very quick still. Good. Again, another 4th in the pecking order. Brahim Diaz as well. Did we miss out? He's out. He's on loan to us. He can play either side. He can play cam as well. I'm wondering whether we can actually physically bring him in. £40 million. We'll have a look at what money we have got to play with as well. Ribic as well. Rafael Leao. I'd probably have him as a striker though, personally. Very good pace. Finishing's okay. 22 million, not really done an awful lot, really. I think he has got potential. And, of course, Giroud and the big man, Zlatan. This guy will be leading the line at 39 years old. Wow, look at, you cannot argue against them stats at all. he's just an absolute beast, and still putting it away for him. He's obviously not having as much game time as he was getting before, probably halved. I mean, that's down to his age, but even so, still putting it away. Last season, 15 in 19. Wow. And of course, Giroud as well, another aging player, but again, playing probably the best football at the moment. I mean, we've got a very, very good forward line, I have to say. I mean, if anybody would have to replace would be Zlatan and Giroud, but who do you get instead of them two? Could we bring Ronaldo in? Or Mbappe or Messi even. We can't afford that, I don't think. That'd be quite nice. But yeah, it's they do like the aging strikers, but I'm excited about having Rafael Leao in there as well. Right, okay, let's have a look at squad depth. Let's have a quick look, see where we're at the squad depth. They do like the 4-2-3-1 wide recommended, obviously. That's what we would be playing with. I mean, we look very, very solid. I mean, it's an all-round goalkeepers, possibly. But apart from that, Kessie's taking charge. We build around him as well. Zlatan, we've got their sailmakers, Rebek, Leo, Brahim Diaz. It's a big, big side. I don't really know where we could improve, to be perfectly honest. I'm sure we'll find something. Financially as well, what have we got to play with? £15 million. We've got no wiggle room in the wage budget, about 20 grand, 15 grand. That is about it. It's not an awful lot. I'm guessing we'd have to lose in order to bring in. Current seasons, qualified for the Champions League, obviously. Reached the final of the Italian Cup. Champions League, be competitive. Okay, well, what is the fixtures? Has that been already drawn? So the Champions League has not been drawn yet. So I'm assuming that'll be after the transfer window. Already there's some fixtures already been laid out. We've got some transfers to do, if at all any. I think we're going to bring in 1 or 2 players. I don't think we need to bring in that many players. I don't think the squad itself is very, very young. If we just sort by age. I mean, there's not that many that you could look to even move on, really, to be fair. I'm quite looking forward to playing with Zlatan up front. I've not played with him up front before. And possibly Giroud. Maybe we go 2 up front. God, that would be a dynamic duo. Maybe we'd have to leave the striker position free so they can sort out who they want to put in there. But yeah, I'm quite looking forward to this. Right, okay. We're going to go do the transfer window. We'll be back straight after. We'll see if we've made adjustments, if any. We'll see you guys in just a tick. Right then, the transfer window's closed. There wasn't really much business to do. However, we do go and spend quite a bit of money, actually. Nearly £60 million on a couple of players. But they are all in instalments with the amount of money that we had. If you can remember, we only had £15 million. But the first signing is Marco Asensio to come in and play in this cam position. He can do that. He's got excellent passing. He can shoot from long distance as well. His natural fitness is going to be running around all an awful lot. He's got good dribbling. What more can you say about the guy? We wanted somebody in that can come in and play this position. Yes, he can play out in the wings, but that's not where we want him. He can play actually in centre midfield if we really want him. But this is the sole purpose we brought Marcus Asensio in anyway. From Real Madrid for £25 million. A initial cost of 10 or 15 million and then add-ons. Like 20 million here, 10 million there. You know, that sort of thing. But yeah, £25 million overall. I think it's quite a bargain to come to Serie A as well after dominating really in Spain for a while. Saying that, he didn't have that great a season last season. 5 goals in 35. I'm hoping he's going to do a little bit more with us though. But yeah, I'm quite excited to see how he gets on. And then we bring in a right back, Rick Karsdorp. There's a lot of the big clubs chasing him down. And I thought, you know what, let's try and get him. We need another defender, somebody that within our price range. And this guy, he was, again, a lot of installments being put on this one over the next 3 years. But he comes in. I mean, Calabria can play at right back, but he's played all right actually, Calabria. But we wanted Rick Dos. We wanted Karsdorp, 26 years old. Calabria, what? How old is he? He's 24. Maybe the wrong choice. So, but he is. If you put him, if you compare them between the two, let's go and bring him up if I can find him. There he is. So between Karsdorp and David. You can see Karsdorp is slightly a better upgrade. And that's what we are going to be using him for. I'm hoping he's going to make quite an impact. But we have got 2 right backs now, so that's quite handy. But yeah, a lot of money from Roma as well, up to £40 million in total. I think we initially paid £10 million or 15 on this one. It was a lot of money. But we didn't. There wasn't really much choice out there, considering the side that we had. It was pretty good already. We do say goodbye to a couple of players though. Marotti's gone to Monza on loan. We lose a goalkeeper to Shakhtar for 240,000. I think that was the oldest one. As Alessio Romagnoli, he's gone to Man United for £8.5 million. I nearly said 1,000. Stagno's gone to Valencia for 170, and Spal have got Displanches. I think he was another goalkeeper, I'm guessing. One of the youngsters, yes. Yeah, he's not going to get any game time in this 5-year project, unfortunately. But that's about it. In total, Milan have spent £120 million. There was another big one here. Adley's from Bordeaux's come in there. There was £8.5 million for Tonali and £24 million for Tomori as well. So these were already here when we joined. And a lot of people have gone out on a free and out on loan. Right, our side currently then looks a little bit like this. So we're going to have Magnan in goal. We do need a goalkeeper, so that's probably a project for next season. Carsed up on the right, we've got Tomori, Kujar, Hernandez. We've got Kessie, Tonali, Saelmakers, Asensio, Rafael Leao, and Ibrahimovic. That's our pre-season and the start of the season. We played Lazio. We beat them 4-3 despite being 4-0 up in that game away from home. And we conceded 3 goals in the last 8 minutes. I mean, that was nerve-wracking. And then a 4-0 win over Sampdoria. Nice and easy. Zlatan getting on the score sheet there with Brahim Diaz, Saelmakers and Kessie. Kessie scored in both games now. And Diaz as well. I'm quite excited. I mean, maybe I should put Diaz in there as opposed to having Rafael in there. But that's how it is. The group stages for the Champions League, we've picked off Liverpool, Besiktas and Lille. I'm hoping we can get through that. There's no reason why we shouldn't be able to. The rest of the group stages, Chelsea, Sevilla, Leipzig, Monaco, Real Madrid, Inter. They've got a tougher group with Bruges and Salzburg. Man City, PSG, Benfica and Olympiacos. Feel sorry for Olympiacos, to be fair. Dortmund, Porto, Villarreal and Dynamo Kiev. We've also got Bayern, Barcelona, Ajax and Young Boys. Young Boys, wow. If they get anything out of that, that'd be quite amazing. There's our group. Juventus will play Atletico Madrid, Zenit and Wolfsburg. And Man U have got Atalanta, Sporting and Dinamo. We've got quite a good representation in the Champions League. Hopefully we can go far in it. And the league status as it stands, we're riding high at the top of the table, 2 from 2. And if we have a look at the season preview, 15-2, so it's like 7-1 again, isn't it? So it is. Is that an improvement? I'm guessing it would be. I'm thinking, but still third. If we can finish, I mean, I'm not sure where we need to finish in the top places. We need to be top 3, or we're going to a playoff. I'm assuming European Champions Cup group stage. Oh no, maybe. Hang on. Depending on the winner of the Europa League, Europa Cup. Yeah, Europa League. We have spent up. We've got no money. I'm going to adjust. I don't think that £30,000 is going to do anything at all. Did it actually do anything? £1,000 maybe? 1,500? I don't know. Not an awful lot, is it? We'll confirm it. There's not much money left. With that in mind, we're top of the table. We're flying. 2 wins from 2. Let's simulate, and we'll come back at the end of the first season. Right then, the first season's over. And as predicted, we have finished 3rd. 7 points behind Juventus, with Inter winning it a further 7 points there. So 14 points behind our counterparts, Inter. That's disappointing, but it's not too bad though. So, I mean, we lost to Napoli 4-2 in the last game of the season. That's not gone well. And we lost 3-1 at home to Fiorentina. I'm suggesting we had some injuries. 22 wins, 9 draws, 7 losses. That's not too bad. 79 goals scored, 35 conceded. That's pretty awesome. That's quite nice. 44 goal difference, which is better than the Juventus, surprisingly enough. And 75 points. Yeah, you can see our last 5 games, 2 wins. It's not championship winning form, is it? And saying that, Inter have lost their last 2 games. It was only Juventus winning the last 5, but the damage was already done. Inter must have had one hell of a lead. We were top for a while, though, right up until week 18 then, and then we slipped to 2nd, and then we slipped to 3rd. So we kind of tailed off somewhat, though. Juventus, how did they do? They were right down here. Then they climbed and managed to steal off. They were 3rd for a while. And Inter, once they got to top, they did not let go. I mean, they must have lost the first game, or they started there and by winning and just carried on winning. Wow. That's quite the story for Inter. Let's have a look at competitions. How did we do? The Italian Cup, we get knocked out in the 3rd round by Sampdoria. Whoops. I don't think that would have gone down well with the board. And we get knocked out in the first knockout round by Chelsea. So not very far in Europe then. Take up our first loss. That was against Liverpool 4-1. We beat Besiktas. I mean, we started off at 0-0 against Juventus. We didn't lose our first league game until end of December, where we lost 1-0 to Napoli. I think that's when it started going downhill a little bit for us. A 5-0 win there. Liverpool lose 3-0. We lose to Lille. We drew with Lille, then lost to them. Then lost to Liverpool, and then beat Besiktas. So, where did we... We'll have a look at the group stage in just a second. Lazio we win. Juventus we drew again. We lose to Sampdoria in the Cup. That's what we saw. Inter we lose 1-0 to. I mean, they're not been that drastic, really. We lose significantly to Chelsea, though. 5-2 on aggregate goes. Zlatan scoring a goal in one of them. Bad period here. I'm assuming that's where we dropped right down to 3rd spot. And then you can see towards the end, we kind of tried to grab it back. And then we kind of tailed off somewhat. But if we have a look at the Champions League, though, we finished 2nd. That's not... Despite losing 3 games, we still managed to finish 2nd, though. So that's good. 24 goals for Liverpool, though. Wow. 6-0 against Lille and 3-0. 9-0 on aggregate, 8-0 on aggregate, and 7-1 against us. They kind of dominated, didn't they? Did they go on to win the whole caboodle? No, they didn't. PSG beat Chelsea, so we lost to the finalists. So if we have a look at the goal score then, Zlatan, 29 goals from 46. That's pretty decent for a 39-year-old. He's probably going on to 40 now. 13 goals for Raphael as well. Kessie gets 12, 10 from Saelmakers as well. Diaz, even though he came on as substitute, he did get 6 goals. Giroud getting a few, only coming on as sub. So did who played up front? It might have been Diaz, you know. Diaz might have done it, or Rebecca maybe. Didn't really play an awful lot, did he? Assists then, 16 assists for Tonali. That is superb. He's a I thought he was a defender, Tonali. That's not bad. 2 goals, 16 assists, 9 assists for Saelmakers. Hernandez with 8, with Asensio with 8 as well. Raphael, and hopefully they'll improve for next season. It's not too bad though. Not too bad at all. Appearance-wise, there will be a couple of players which will probably look to move on though, to be fair. What did our goalkeeper do in the end then? So he had quite a good season. 18 clean sheets. That's not bad at all. We're going to go into the transfer window next, and we haven't got as much money this time around. I'm hoping that's going to increase once all the money comes in. But there's £50 million in the bank. We're only been given 9 million. That's not going to be an awful lot. We need to do a little bit better in the Champions League, though, to be fair. But it's a disappointing first season. We do finish in predicted 3rd, but nowhere else. What was the club visions? Disappointed, sign players under the age of 22 for the first team. Maybe we can look to do that this time. Maybe bring 1 or 2 more players in again. I don't think there's going to be that much of a change really, unless we do get rid of some though, unfortunately. So next season, qualify for Champions League again. Reach the Champions Cup knockout round and develop the best youth system in the country. It looks like Immobile for Lazio becomes first top goal scorer, with Martinez of Inter and then Ibrahim 3rd, which isn't too bad. Not too bad. Tonali, 12 assists, with Tonali and Ibrahim at second and 3rd best players in the league behind Immobile, with our goalkeeper, 3rd best goalkeeper behind Handanovic and Szczesny as well of Juventus. Right, we're going to go again. The transfer window to come up. We are in Champions League football again next season. We're going to try and improve on these stats and hopefully improving the cup competitions. We seem to be wavering quite a bit, don't we? Right, okay, we'll leave it here. We'll jump into the transfer windows and we'll show you what we come up with. The second transfer window has now finished. And we've made a couple of more signings. Two very, very young players we brought in. That was probably it was part of the conditions, really, as what the board wanted. They want under 21s, 23s, something like that. And the first signing we bring in is Eric Garcia from Barcelona. £25 million, going up to 40, quite expensive. With one of our centre-backs already in his 30s, we are having to look for a replacement, and Simon Kajar, I don't think he's going to feature this season. Well, not straight off. Eric Garcia is going to come in and is going to play alongside Tomori. Tomori being quite young as well, and Garcia only 21. It kind of fits the bill, and for the future it looks pretty bright at that point. He only played 12 games for Barcelona. He was at Man City, didn't really do an awful lot, and he's played already 6 games for us. Charles Sago, I think he's going into our under 18s. Yeah, nothing really to write home about. It was just one of them players that I just said, yes, okay, just go ahead and get him. I've got no idea why. And you may recognise Adam Hlazek, from Sparta Prague. We've used him in a recent rebuild. I can't remember which one, but we did use him as a forward. We're going to use him as a winger this time. Very, very cheap. £10 million. That's all it cost us at 10 million. 5 games, 2 goals already. He's already got a few assists to his name in the friendlies and what have you. But so far, so good. 7.4. Had a very good season with Sparta Prague. The season before, 14 goals, 3 assists, but 18 and 4. Very, very quick. He can cross the board. He can dribble. And I think we were going to use him as an inside forward, actually. I know we've got some other players like Rebek and Diaz. Diaz is on loan. He's on loan with us for another season. I was very tempted to leave him in and play in that position. But this chap just came along with our scouts. Wasn't even looking for him. And I says, 20 years old, bag him. We'll get him in. We know how good he is and wonder if he can help us do the Milan dream of winning the title and possibly getting further in the Champions League as well. So yeah, very, very excited to have him in. The rest of them are all freebies for the youngsters. So the players that we've let go, there's quite a lot that have gone. Again, youngsters, they've all gone out on either on free or loan, will be released. Krunic has gone to Krasnodar to 3.8 million. Castillejo, he's gone to Valencia for £2.4 million, and that is about it. That is it. The rest, everybody else has gone out on loan. There's nobody really from the first team. We do lose some players though, which is I'll see if there's any from the end of Daniel Maldini. He's gone to Monza for £1 million. He was on loan there. I think it was a arranged deal. We lost Kessie to Man U FC for 2.6 million. Not happy. He didn't want to sign a new contract, and 2.6 million seems an absolute bargain. Not happy that we've had to lose him, but it's just one of them things, I'm afraid. But we also say goodbye to a lot of other players. Zlatan has indeed retired. Just recently signing a new contract. He retired. So that was great. Not happy about that. Last season, 24 goals for us last season, 29 in total, 24 in the league. That is amazing for somebody at 40 years old. He was with Milan for a while, wasn't he? Then he went to PSG, Man U, LA Galaxy. Did really well in America and then came back to us. And yeah, we kind of, I think we could have got another season out of him if he didn't play double the games as the previous seasons. My bad, I guess. Right, that is the story of the transfers. Not an awful lot once again. We're just concentrating on a couple of areas, and that is about it. We're not going mad. We want the team, being young as they are, we want them to get a lot of cohesion going, get used to each other, and this is what we've come up with. Megnan is going to be in goal. Korsdorp is going to still continue on that right-hand side. Tomori, Garcia, and Hernandez at the back. Tonali, Pobiga, keep wanting to say Pogba, but Pogba, I think it's Pogba Jr. He's going to come in. He's come back off loan. And we're going to play him in that role there. Saelmakers, Asensio and Hlojek in there. Or Adam. Might just call him Adam. See how well he does. He's going to be as an inside forward though. And Leo is going to be up top. I'm very excited to see how well he does. Already 3 goals to his name. 5 goals for Saelmakers as well. I mean, it's just absolutely superb. We have got one more space on the bench for somebody else. But that is it. We're not bringing anybody else in there. Saelmakers is out injured for a few days though. So he's got 7 days to rest anyway before the next game. Schedule-wise, I don't think it could go any better. We've had a very good pre-season, drawing 2-2 with Valencia, 2-2 with Juventus, and then Calgary, Empoli, Brescia, and Lecce and Udinese. Big wins. Champions League. Hey, we're playing Chelsea. At least we won't meet them in the knockout round. Valencia as well, and Hoffenheim, which is going to be quite difficult. All the groups. Real Madrid play Ajax, Rangers, and Karabag. Juventus have got Bayern Munich, Monaco, and Sporting. Benfica, Salzburg, Shakhtar, and Legia Warsaw there. Inter have got Leipzig, Zenit, and Anderlecht. Liverpool, Porto, Real San Sebastian, Mönchengladbach. PSG have got will play Lazio. Tough group for them with West Ham and Celtic in there as well. Man City, Barcelona, Marseille, and Fenerbahce in the rest. Let's have a look at the league table so far then. So as you can see, we are top of the table, 16 points, 11 goal difference. We must have scored a few more. Saelmakers is just third leading goal scorer, which is great. Hernandez, third best player in the league at the minute. Our goalkeeper's second best goalkeeper in the league. Pabega has got 4 yellow cards. Okay, that's not what we wanted you to come in for, but we'll see what you do with that. If we have a look at the season preview, 4-1 to win the league. Right, it's a lot better than what it has been, though. So we have improved the side a little bit. But what I'm more annoyed with than anything else is the fact that we've got £95 million in the bank. They didn't give us any transfer money at all. So I'm not sure what they're using that money for. I've been bitterly disappointed that they won't give us any more money at all. So we tried to get Gomez from Liverpool, but it's a toss-up between him and Garcia. And Garcia just was the cheaper version, really. But Gomez, he seemed a pretty good replacement for Kajar at the back. But at the minute, things are going very well. Right, we're going to go off again. We're going to simulate, and then we'll come back for the results of Season 2. Well, would you look at that? An absolute massive improvement from last season then. 83 points, 5 points off the eventual champions Juventus. So we are getting slightly closer. Very close indeed. Let's just have a quick look at these figures then. 25 wins, 8 draws, 5 losses. Big improvement from last time. 71 goals, not as many as last season, but we only conceded 30. And well, I'm just looking at Inter there, 22 goals, and Roma 27. What are we doing wrong? I don't know. But a plus 41 goal difference. I mean, 83 points is a big improvement from last time. But even so, we only just miss out on Champions glory, really. Bit unfortunate, but let's have a look at how we did in the rest of the competitions. We get knocked out in the quarterfinals in the Champions League by none other than Chelsea. It's demoralising to face Chelsea. Wonder how we did against them in the group stages. We win the Italian Cup, though. We have won the Italian Cup. And we, in the Friendly Cup, win its third place playoff. I don't know what that is. But we do win a cup competition. That is phenomenal. I'm really happy about that. I mean, I'm not sure when the last time we won the Italian Cup, did I say? It's around about 2011 or something like that. So past winners, it was 2002, 2003 was the last time we won that. We get quite far in the Champions League. And obviously we qualify for the Champions League once more. Let's take a look at some of the results then. Let's go straight to the final. Let's see what we did win by. Bit of running at the back end of the season. That's cost us, again, 2 home defeats. Lazio, Napoli, and away at Genoa as well. That's what's cost us the championship again. The back end of the season. We beat Inter 2-1. 2-1. Excellent stuff. Just out of interest, the quarterfinal of the Champions League. We win. We take a 1-0 lead to Stamford Bridge. And, yeah, 4-0 hammering. Bayern Munich on the way to the Champions League, though. 3-2 and a 1-1. Nice. Okay, lovely stuff. Right, let's have a look at some of the results then. So we played up right up to September. We carried on the fine form, losing a game against Chelsea. We do beat Valencia 5-1 and Hoffenheim. But we lose 2-0 to Chelsea there. We just can't beat Chelsea, can we? Can we see past meetings? Just the one win against Chelsea in 6 attempts. Champions League defeats again. We lost 3-1 to Valencia that time round. 7-1 against Hoffenheim, though. That's a nice little victory. Salmaker's getting a free. Raphael and Adam scoring as well. Bayern Munich, this friendlies 3-2 and a 2-1 to Juventus. Not sure why that is. Why will we be playing Juventus in the friendly? Real San Sebastian we lost in the Friendly Cup semi-final. I don't know what that is. I'm assuming that's to do with friendlies, I'm guessing. And Hibs we beat 6-2 in the third place playoff. Okay. 6-2 win against... Oh, that's the Hibs. Bologna we win 4-0. Italian Cup for Sampdoria. We don't get knocked out by them anymore. But we only just win but in extra time, though. Any other big results? Bayern Munich 3-2 in the Champions League. Yeah, we saw that. Roma 1-0. So annoyingly, we beat teams around us. We just couldn't finish them off. Inter, again, 3-0 in the league. Massive improvements. Just have a look at what happened in the group stages, though. So we lost twice to Chelsea and 1 to Valencia. But we finished second again. Only just on goal difference. So who eventually won it? It's still to be played. Well, the squad looks very happy. Very, very happy. But it'd be interesting to see how well the lads did individually, though. Let's have a look at the squad. Goals then. 37 goals for Raphael. Wow, that's massive. A youngster there. Salmakers with 16. Even Adam, 14 goals. 12 goals for Marco Asensio as well. Even Hernandez getting on the score sheet. Same with Brahim Diaz as well. Giroud scoring a few. Pobega as well with a couple of assists. Tonali, again, massive assist. Sister. If that is ever a word. But that is huge. No wonder we're scoring goals. And if we look at assists then, Tonali, Salmakers, Hernandez, Asensio, Karsdorp as well, getting amongst them. That is brilliant. I don't think there's that much really to the side. We just need something towards the end of the season while we're tailing off. But that is fantastic. If we just have a look at past positions and how well did we do then. So we were top for a long, long time. And then we just lost it with 3 weeks to go. 3-4 weeks to go. We lost it. Oh no. It's them defeats towards the end of the season again, isn't it? Juventus then, they just kept tracking, fell, and then as soon as it got to... Yeah, I'm really annoyed. So close. Top goal scorer again is Immobile. Raphael getting third best. And, yeah, none of our players even getting on there. Vlahovic, Dybala and Immobile, the best players in the league. Tonali, almost top assist maker. And clean sheets for Mike. How well did it? He's getting better though, isn't he? He is 27 years old, so he's coming into his prime. He's not going anywhere. Not at all. But 16 clean sheets though, but we do concede an awful lot less. 53 and 53 or 19 clean sheets. That's superb. Right, okay, we're going to pause it for a second. We'll do the transfers once again, and then we'll be back for Season 3. I'm looking forward to it. We're getting closer to this top of the table. Hopefully we can do it in the next round of transfers. Right then, transfer number 3. It's not gone well. We've signed 2 pretty good players. We've re-signed Brahim Diaz. He went back to Real Madrid on loan, and then we've just picked him up for £36.5 million. I realised we were short on players due to a lot of players leaving. And literally we had like 10 places to fill. And with a little bit of money to have at hand, it wasn't enough. So Brahim Diaz comes in as a backup to Adam on that left-hand side. But as you'll see in a moment, we're kind of struggling with a few injuries now. We struggled already through the window. And I thought, you know what? We don't really need anybody in particular. But Brahim Diaz, we had him last season. I mean, he did play a couple of games. He was okay. But I think now he's one of our players. Hopefully he'll get a bit more game time. And then we bring in Damsgaard as well. Again, left, right, and in the centre as well. He can play up front as well. We'll see how he gets on. Another youngster, 23 years old. Again, one for the future. I thought it was quite cheap. £20 million from Sampdoria, actually. Had a quite good few seasons with them. He's had one game for us already. Not done too much, but Marcus Asensio is keeping him out. But that is our transfers. A few people have come in on a free to the youngsters. And a lot of have gone out on a free. Ballo Torre has gone to Granada for £2 million. And Adli has gone to Rapid Vienna for 7 3/4. That is about it. Everybody else is either on loan or gone on a free. I don't think there's any first teamers that are gone. No. Apart from that, that is about it. Our squad for the time being, it's exactly the same as last season. Apart from the couple of additions. We brought some in from the under-20s just to fill up the roster. I think we might have 2 more to fill in. But apart from that, we're going to try and bring some in from the youth setup. I mean, it's not a bad side. We finished second with this side. We've not improved it. I mean, I would have liked to have signed in another midfielder in here. But by the time we got Damsgaard and Diaz here, we kind of fell short with the money. So quite a big mistake. So next season we are going to have to concentrate on possibly a midfielder and maybe a defender as well, because we are quite short on that. We've got a couple of injuries. To Rafael, he's out for 2 weeks. Eric Garcia is out for 3 weeks. Benacar's out as well for 3 weeks. It's not gone well at all. So hopefully we'll navigate these next couple of weeks with the players that we have got, and that should be enough. Pre-season hasn't gone brilliantly. It's not been as effective as the last couple. We draw 0-0 with Bayern Munich. That's not a bad result away from home. Juventus, I'm not sure why we're playing Juventus in the friendlies. I really don't. But we lose 2-1 in that game. We beat Torino. We beat Inter Milan. I'm not quite sure what sort of side they had at, but we beat them. Celtic, we thrashed 5-1, and then we start the league with a 1-1 draw. And Adam and Rafael are scoring goals for us, so that's pretty decent. Top of the table, just the one game played. We are in 11th position. That's only because everybody else has played. Okay, that's probably the lowest we've been in this save so far, but we'll see what happens. Season preview, we are predicted to finish third, 11-2 favourites. And the Champions League, we get Chelsea once again, Real San Sebastian and Benfica. I really don't know if we're going to come out of this group or not. We should do. The players know each other. They've played, this is their second season playing together fully, so it shouldn't be much of a problem. But we are going to try something different where we're not really changing the side. We have brought additions in there just in case that we get injuries like we are doing now. We have been taken over. We have got £180 million in the bank, and they didn't want to give us any more money. Crazy, I know. So hopefully next season, they might, in fact, I might do that for next season. Increase transfer. It's too late now. Next season transfer budget, we'll ask them to do that, and hopefully they'll increase it. But yeah, that is where it is at the minute. Let me get back to the table. There we go. So yes, interesting. Well, we'll play this little experiment. The next season is going to be quite a big rebuild, I guess. Hopefully we'll get around about 50 to 60 million pounds. That will be quite nice. If we do that, then we can bring in a couple of good quality players in. That is the problem we're having. We're letting people go and we're not really replacing them. We've got youngsters coming through, but they're not quite at that quality. But we'll see what happens this season. We've got some youngsters coming in that we've put in the squad. We'll see, we'll take it from there. Right, we're going to simulate this season. We'll see what happens when we come back. Fingers crossed, we will be still in the top 3. Or they might even surprise us and we might actually win the league. Right, season 3 has ended and it's not as bad as I thought. Although, looking at that table, we finished 3rd, but we're behind Lazio and Sassuolo. Wow. Inter are behind us. That's good. So are Roma. But where's Juventus dropped to? They've dropped right down to 12th position. Wow. That could cause a lot of problems. Immobile is still leading goal scorer. We're not even on there. Tonali is the best player in the league and the most assist maker in the league, alongside Salmakers as well. But it's not very good though. I mean, 72 points again, that's not too bad. If we have a closer look at the stats wise though, 20 wins, 12 draws, 6 losses, 71 goals scored. I think that's the most in the league actually. 34 against, 37 goal difference. Again, we tail off towards the end of the season. A draw, 2 draws and a loss in the last 5. At least we didn't lose majority of the games. That's disappointing. If we have a look at the competitions then, I'm not sure why that's showing. Man City, Liverpool. Is that the final? Why is he not telling us where we got knocked out? Not quite sure what's happened here. The Italian Cup, we get knocked out by Lazio in the semi-finals. But we do win the Italian Super Cup. For the second season running, we win another trophy. So that's good news. We still end up in the Champions League spot. Juventus don't. That's the big news this season though. But I'm just a little bit worried why that's shown like it is. Okay, let's have a look. Have a look at some of the results then. Starting off from the beginning. Lose to Parma in our first game. I mean, we don't forget we did have a few players out for the first couple of weeks. We struggled to score goals. Rafael came back and we started scoring goals. We lose to Fiorentina 5-2. Champions League, Real San Sebastian we win. We beat Benfica. We lose to Chelsea, surprise, surprise, twice. But we do beat the other 2 teams though. That's quite handy. 4-0 win against Sassuolo, who won the league. Of all the times to try and win the league, this probably was our best opportunity. Juventus we beat 3-0 in the Super Cup final. Beat Napoli 8-3 in the Italian Cup quarterfinals. Wow. Rafael scoring 3 goals, Pabiga scoring 2 goals, Adam scoring as well. My word, 8-3. That's just crazy. What on earth has happened? Damsgaard comes on and scores as well. Even better. That's massive. So some big scores in here, but also some massive defeats as well. We lose to Liverpool in the Champions League first knockout round. 5-2 away from home, 2-1 at home. We lose to Lazio. Yeah, it kind of fell apart, didn't it, really? Big improvement towards the end of the season, though, but we do have a little bit of a blip here where we do lose quite a lot of games. Again, towards the end of the season, we seem to tail off after having a very, very good run, actually. Let's have a quick look at the Champions League. We do finish second, obviously. Then 2 defeats by Chelsea. I'm guessing it's Man City and Liverpool in the final. Our team looks just as good as before. I'm not going to complain too much about it. It looks like a few of our players went out on loan. Kalulu. Not sure why he's out on loan though. Not happy about that. Rafael and Adam scoring goals again. So let's have a look at a squad then, see how well we did do. So 30 goals for Rafael. Adam weighs in with 22. Salmakers with 10. Hernandez. What did Marcus Asensio do? He got 4 goals and 8 assists. That's not too bad either. Top assist maker Tonali once again. Look at that, 18 assists. Salmakers with 15. Adam with 9. Asensio with 8. Hernandez, Pabiga. I mean, it's not bad. Not bad all-round performance, is it? Really. Let's also have a look, see what the past positions. Though, if we have a look at ourselves, we never really got to the top. 3rd spot. I mean, we really struggled, to be fair, as we had a slow start, losing them few players at the beginning of the season, and then it kind of tailed off. I'm just intrigued by Juventus. They never really got started at all, so we're above them. Inter didn't really get to the top. Sassuolo, top of the bill. I mean, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see, look at their transfers. So look at their transfer history. It's £25 million. Is that all they spent? Anybody really? That's Philippe, maybe Atletico Madrid. That is about. They didn't really spend an awful lot, did they? I mean, nobody really stands out. It's just amazing how they've managed to do so well. I mean, we beat them 4-0. Oh dear. Inter beat them. I mean, it's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Who did beat them? We beat them the once, and did we draw with? No, they must have beaten us. They beat us 2-1. Interesting, but yeah, 10 points off. I think we're in a little bit of a rebuild this time round. I think squad-wise, it's not so bad. I don't think anyway. The players are getting a little bit older. I don't see any improvements really, to be fair. Maybe right back, we may need to do something about it. Again, right wing as well. Possibly get somebody in a little bit quicker. Asensio, maybe we'll have to give Damsgaard a go in there. £90 million. Well, there you have it. I think we can offload a couple of players and bring some star players in. I think we're looking at a winger, maybe midfielder, possibly. We do need to replace Asensio. Maybe bring Damsgaard in. We'll have a look. £90 million to spend. We need to go for broke now. We've got 2 seasons remaining. We haven't won the league yet. That's what we need to do. Right, okay, we've got the transfer window coming up. We're going to spend some money and hopefully improve the side a little bit more. And hopefully next season we'll go for the title. Right then, folks, we only made one transfer, and that one transfer is Florian Wirtz, or Wirtz. Yeah, we blew most of our budget on this guy. Another attacking midfielder. We wanted somebody just to come in, just to add that little bit extra up front, just to help out the wingers, the midfielders, the striker even. And I think this guy will do the job. I think he's a slightly better upgrade than Asensio. So hopefully he's going to help us do the job. Already to his name, he's played 2 games, 2 assists. So I'm quite pleased with that. But look at them stats. They look absolutely amazing. And yeah, 7.45 already. Excellent stuff. £71 million. We just matched his release clause. We wanted him. We decided to get him. We had the money. We decided to blow it. Now we had around about 90 million, which was reduced to about 85 million. I'm not sure why. I'm assuming that's because of some wage increases or something. I don't know. And then I think we've still got a little bit left, which we didn't really need to spend anywhere else. We didn't need to bring anybody else in. We had backups. They were all in contract still. And I think the side is perfectly well as it is. So if we get another 80, 90 million pound next season, then we're bringing another big superstar in. And I'm more than happy to do that. We don't need, the side is young enough. We don't need to rock the boat any more than we really need to. I think a goalkeeper is a must, I think, for next season. 21 years old he is. I mean, 160 grand a week, yes, but 71 million. Who cares? Who cares? So with that in mind, we've already spent the 71 million. A lot of freebies coming in for the youngsters. Some going out as well. I don't think there's any first teamers. Kajar has gone out on a free to as I think is that Corinthians maybe, I don't know. But apart from that, Benacar, he's gone to Monaco. That was already done. And I think there's a couple of others on there. But you know what? There were players that weren't really playing for us. And it was a bit bad really to keep them here. So we let them go. But apart from that, that's fine. Our squad for the time being is this. It's exactly the same side as last season. Nothing's really changed. Wirtz is only going to be playing in instead of Marco Asensio. That is the only change to the side. Magnan in goal. We got Karsdorp, Tomori, Garcia, Hernandez at the back. Very solid. Tonali, Pabiga. We're going to switch their roles around this time round. Tonali is going to go box to box, and Pabiga is going to go DLP this time round. Saelmaker's on the right, Adam on the left, Wirtz in the centre with Leo up front. I did experiment with Leo and Adam swapping over. I don't think it worked as well, so we're keeping it as it is there. A couple of results already. Season's gone not too bad, actually, to be perfectly honest. A couple of friendlies, Monza, Nizza, Sampdoria and Atalanta. I don't know why we're playing teams in our division. I've got no idea, but we go past them comfortably. We start the season off against Roma, a nice 2-0 win. And then Genoa 7-2 smashing. Leo with a hat-trick. Saelmakers with 1. Adam with a hat-trick as well. Top of the table, we are 6 points. 2 from 2. 7 goal difference. We got Adam, leading goal scorer. I think there's going to be Leo there as well. Adeyemi. Oh, Juventus have got Adeyemi. Wow. That's a bit of a coup. And also, we're topping the top 3 best players in the league so far. Tomori, Adam and Leo. Wirtz with 2 assists. So far, so good. Season preview then. We are predicted 9-2 to win the league. Juventus and Inter 12-5. We know what happened last season. This season, we want to go that one. We want to go better. We want to win the league this time. And I think with the arrival of Wirtz, I think we can do that. We've got Hernandez, Tomori and Tonali in the Dream 11. I would have expected Wirtz in there as well. Maybe Tomori even. I don't know. I think it's kind of biased, some of them. So anyway, Champions League. Let's have a look. We've got Dortmund, Ajax and Burnley. Now, we should navigate through that, surely. If you want to have a look at the other groups as well, pause the screen. If you want to, I'll just slowly go down. Man City, Lyon. Is there any of the other Italians? Inter got PSG and Kiev and Bilbao. With Lazio taking Benfica, Salzburg and Midtjylland. And Sassuolo are in there as well with Atletico Madrid, Monaco and Hoffenheim. So it's good representation again for us. Just fingers crossed we can go a little bit further in this competition. Hopefully we'll end up at the top of the pile come the end of the season. So we're going to go away, simulate it, and we'll be back in just a jiffy. Right, season 4 has been done. And if we just have a quick look at the table, we finish in 2nd place. Getting close. That one signing that we did it help? I don't know. Tonali is second best player in the league. We don't finish anywhere near leading goal scorers. Tammy Abraham for Roma with 37, Immobile with 32, and Lautaro Martinez with 25. We don't get anywhere close though. But assist-wise, Tonali 14, Wirtz gets 11, so that's good. So our signing does get in one of the top 3. Let's have a closer look at this, shall we? So season preview overall, let's have a look. Still 4-1 to win the league, so it's not too bad. But if we have a look here, 25 wins, 4 draws, 9 losses. Still very heavy on the losses. 72 goals scored, 38 against, which I think is pretty damn good. 34 goal difference and 79 points. Some way off the Inter. Inter finished nowhere near last season. And then they just come straight through and smash everybody. 14 points to lead. We beat Juventus to 2nd spot though, so that's good. And our form, it all appeared to be down to this 2nd game from the last. So we start off September with 2 losses. Wow, Dortmund, we lose 3-1 in the Champions League. In fact, let's have a look at the competition. So competition-wise, we get knocked out in the first knockout round by Real Madrid. It's not great, is it? And in the quarterfinals, we lose to Inter in the Italian Cup. So we don't even hold it, do we? That's disappointing. And oh, look, they have got the table here for a change, which is quite nice. And it looks like we were 2nd for an awful long time. Did we ever reach top? I don't think we did we? Oh, we did. Probably, 2nd game in maybe. So it's not too bad, but we were up there for a while, weren't we? So let's have a look at how we did results-wise. So we start off September after having a very, very good start. We lose to Inter 4-1. We get totally smashed. But Dortmund, we lose 3-1. Okay, not many goals being scored there. Ajax wins 6-0 in the Champions League. 1-0 against Burnley away from home. We lose to Udinese and Calgary. They're disappointing results. In Napoli as well. We lost quite a lot in the league earlier on. 1, 2, 3, 4 games. 5 games even if we look down to December. 3-0 against Juventus. But we do have Burnley, we win 2-0 at home. And 0-0 with Ajax away from home. So that kind of helped us a little bit, I think. 4-0 against Dortmund at home. Wow, what a result that is. Adam with a hat-trick. And Salmakers as well. Nicely done. We do pick up momentum middle of the season, though. We have a spell where we lose another 3 games. Inter in the quarterfinals 1-0. And Real Madrid 4-0 in the first knockout round. And we do beat them 2-1 at home, but the damage has already been done. So we just need to improve on that. It just seems like the Champions League seems very, very far away at the moment. And we do have a good run in, nailed 1-1 against Fiorentina. So that was the difference with Juventus losing their game 2nd from last. But yeah, the games you would expect us to win anyway, though. Udinese, Sampdoria and Juventus. So Juventus could have really leapfrogged us if they didn't mess up towards the end of their season. Let's have a look at the Champions League then. So we did finish top of the group, surprisingly enough. 14 goals, 3 against. So that's really decent. But who won it overall? Lazio beat Inter. So we do get an Italian side in the final. In fact, 2 Italian sides in the final. And it's Lazio, so it's all Italian. Wow! That'll put us on the map, won't it? Does that mean we get extra spaces for next season, hopefully? Who knows? Let's have a quickly look at the team then. Yeah, the team looks really good, doesn't it? I do feel we do need a right back, a goalkeeper. And I'm still thinking somebody, maybe in midfield. Let's have a look at how they did individually then. 29 goals for Leo then. Adam was 17. 13 for Saelmakers as well. Asensio, he came on 6 goals, 4 assists. That's not bad. As long as he can come on and do that, that's brilliant. Hernandez, 5 and 5. Pabiga, 5 and 2. And look at this. Wirtz and Tonali, 13 and 15 respectively, assist-wise. So if you look on the assists, I mean, look at that, 15 and 13. Wow. That's not a bad season for his first one, is it, really, for Wirtz? That's really, really good. And everybody playing really well, actually. Tonali, obviously the best player in our team. Tomori as well. Leo, Hernandez, Garcia as well. 1 goal and 2 assists. Saelmakers. Pabiga, 5 and 2. 17 and 7 for Adam. Let's see how well he's done over the past couple of seasons. I mean, it's not as good as last season though. However, yeah, it's not as good actually, is it? To be fair, 17 involved. Yeah, he needs to be involved a little bit more. Did I change the positioning on them? Inside forward, shall we put? I mean, should he really be back to inverted winger? Maybe should be on attack. See how that does next time around, unless we get somebody else in. But Leo, he's doing really well since he's been up top. Maybe we might push him out to wing, maybe. But look, 25 goals in 38, massive, massive improvement, and he's just getting better and better, isn't he? We're going to have £92 million to spend. So I want to potentially bring in at least a goalkeeper. I want to bring in a right back. And also I want to bring in hopefully a midfielder. I want to shore up that midfielder. I want to be driven to go for this title. I want the title and I also want the Champions League. I just don't know if 92 million is going to be enough. We might have to sell. But again, we've got about £100,000 wages to sort out as well. We just have to lose a few players. I think that's what we're going to have to do. But other than that, it's not been a bad season. We finished second again. We just need top spot. I feel like last season where we finished third behind 2 very surprised teams. Was it Roma and Sassuolo? I mean, they just went by the wayside, didn't they, really? Holders are now Inter. Wow. We can do better, I think. I think one more season. We don't want to be the also-rans, do we? We have won 1 competition so far, so that's good. Right, okay, we've got the window coming up. 90-odd million to spend. Let's go and spend it, and then we'll come back and show you what we've done. Right then, folks, for the final time, for the final throw of the dice, Season 5 transfer window. We've made 3 big signings, and the first one's Diogo Costa from our rivals Inter. I said we needed a new goalkeeper. We have gone and got ourselves a new goalkeeper. I mean, look at these stats. They look absolutely phenomenal. History-wise, he's not been conceding many goals at all. But he does come with a cost. £95 million in total. Inter have really done us over on this one. But there weren't many goalkeepers out there. The decent ones that we wanted to bring in. And to be honest, our goalkeeper was pretty good anyway. But we wanted an upgrade and we felt like that was where we were conceding an awful lot of goals as well. As apart from the back, we wanted somebody confident, help the back 4 out. And Diogo Costa is that one. And plus, we took him off one of our rivals as well. So we can't say fairer than that. The next one is Yves Bissouma, midfield. Of course, we had Pabiga, or the Italian Pogba. He was playing really well. And we again wanted another player that will come in, shore up the midfield as well, and just be that upgrade. And I felt like we needed somebody to push on. He's going to be playing as a Corelio. He is slightly older though, 29 years old, but again, experience. He comes from Brighton. He's had a pretty good last 4 seasons, all in the 7s. And as you can see, he's already hitting the 7s plus with us now. But yeah, look at them stats. They look really, really nice. 29 years old, a lot of experience as well. Again, another player that came at a price 65 million, rising up to 83 million pounds with add-ons. Final signing is Nicolas Gonzalez, a winger. Yes, we have got Adam and we got Raphael. We can switch them two around. But again, I thought we wanted some. I felt like we needed somebody that's really keen to be on this side. He's again 27 years old. We take him from Fiorentina again, another rival in the same division. He's had a pretty good last 3 seasons, 15 goals. I mean, he's going to do the same as what Adam does anyway. And yes, he's a slightly older, but I felt again more experience from Argentina. Played in Germany, Fiorentina. I mean, say 3 experience. He's only at his 4th club. I think, I mean, if we compare him with Adam, slightly better. I mean, granted, he's not as quick. And he's only one off from the attacking, but so technically, aerially, and mentally, I think he's a little bit better as well. I mean, apart from not as quick or attacking wise, I don't think there's really much in it, to be honest. If you look at stats wise, he does win hands down, even mentally. I mean, look at that. I mean, I tend to look at the scores at the bottom. Yes, Adam's a little bit better physically, not that much physically, but everything else. Nicholas, it seems to be a little bit better. So, I mean, Adam, we can hopefully use him up front if need be. But that is the total spending so far. £50 million for Nicholas, by the way, up to 55. So, £195 million spent in this final window. But we do bring in £73 million worth. Brahim Diaz, we hardly played him, to be fair. In fact, I say that. 31 games, he hasn't really produced since he was on loan with us. He's not really produced that much, and I'm surprised he's actually had quite a lot of game time, to be fair, because I thought we had Adam for a couple of seasons. Maybe I'm mistaken, I don't know. But 56 million to Chelsea. I'm quite happy to let him go for that price. Number 2 goalkeeper Andreas Jungel, he's gone to Almeria for 100,000. And then Marco Asensio has gone to Juventus for 16.75. Yeah, gone to a rival. He's not going to get game time. So we've got Verks in there anyway. And we've got Damsgaard as well, which I did forget about. So a lot of other players going out on loan. We didn't release anybody else. With that in mind, let's have a look at some of the results I'm going through. It's not done too bad. We haven't conceded a goal yet, which is what we want to see. We've scored a few goals, and we've only dropped 1 game, which is a friendly against Bayern Munich, which we were ahead. Verts scoring that goal. Raphael starting to score. He's getting his head down. In fact, he scored in the last 4 games, which is pretty good. And so is Tonali. Tonali's scored quite a few goals as well. He's moaning that he wants to leave. I wasn't prepared to let him go for this final season. Not on your Nelly. The Champions League, let's quickly go through that before we head over to what the table looks like. We've picked out Barcelona, Monaco and Slavia Prague. That's going to be a difficult group, I think. If we have a look at all the other group stages as well, Bayern Munich played Benfica, is that Lyon and Club Brugge. Man City got Leverkusen, Atalanta and Valencia. If we have a look at Milan, that's our group here. Lazio will play Liverpool, Celtic and PAOK. Inter, we've got Dortmund, Shakhtar and Arsenal. PSG, Ajax, Salzburg, Rangers, Porto, Atletico Madrid, Leipzig. As I have been told in the past, it's Leipzig, not Leipzig. Galatasaray, Chelsea play Real and Juventus. That's a tough group. Juventus have got a real tough group there. I mean, saying that, I think we've got a tough group. Barcelona, Monaco, and we should come out of this, I'm hoping. So let's have a look at the table then. What does this mean to our table in the first couple of games? And we are lying in 3rd position, 2 from 2, plus 5 goal difference with Inter, Juventus and Milan. And the season preview, 9-2 to win the league, lying in 3rd. We were currently 2nd after the first game, but the 1-0 win over Sampdoria kind of drops us down to 3rd again. So it's weird. It's a weird one. I think it's a lot closer than what it actually is. So I'm hoping that we'll finish one better than last season and actually win the title. So that'd be quite good. I'm just hoping the transfer to Juventus of Marco Asensio doesn't really hurt us. But we've got Costa, Tonali, Tomori, but Garcia, Hernandez and Leo. 6 players in this Dream 11. That's amazing. Absolutely superb. So if we don't come away with here, something's got to be wrong with the game. That's all I'm putting it down to. I don't think we can get a better team. Tactically, this is what we are going with. So we've got Costa in goal. Karsdorp, we couldn't get a right back. I was hunting high and low for a right back. it just wasn't working out for us at all. We just couldn't get anybody in. Trent Alexander, we almost put a package together. It was worth about 150 million. He just didn't want to come to us in the end. So we really struggled right back wise. So Tomori, Garcia, Hernandez, like I say, at the back. Tonali, Basuma in the centre. Saelmakers and Gonzalez out on the wings with Wirtz in the middle and Leo up front. I think it's a pretty decent side. And it was very hard to find somebody to come in and just improve the side, I think. I mean, a lot of players, a lot of them know how to play with each other as well. So, but Basuma's going to play, as, like I said, as that Carrillo position. So I'm not sure how that's going to go, but that is his preferred position. So we'll see what happens at the end of the season. Right, okay. We're going to leave you on this screen. We shall go and simulate for the final time. Fingers crossed we can pick up a title or two. Here we go then, boys and girls. We'll see you on the other side. It always has to wait to the final season on these rebuilds, doesn't it? It's taken about 5 seasons to get to this point, and AC Milan have won Serie A. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. We win it by 4 points in all. I mean, we only lost 3 games. Genoa, Empoli and Genoa twice, in fact. 2 games at home we lost. I'll be intrigued to see how many goals we've conceded as well. But a massive goal difference of 64. Only Inter beat us by having a better one. But we've won 29 games, drawn 6 and only lost 3. By far our best season. It just goes to show with the right players in, you have to sacrifice some ones. Even if you think they're playing really well and you've already got a good side. The 3 signings I'm hoping have done some good for us. Gonzalez, Basuma and Costa in goal. So we scored 91 goals and only concede 27. There's only Inter that have done better than us, only conceding 26. But 27 conceded, that's huge. That's a massive improvement. 3 players really making that difference. Could it be just Basuma and, or is it just the Costa? Having a world-class goalkeeper really made that difference. Wow, I'm absolutely amazed by that. Roma, Inter, Juventus all reaching Champions League. Lazio, Sassuolo, Atalanta. Any big names in there? Cremonese, Verona and Napoli are relegated. Wow, 4 wins only this season. Right, let's have a look at competitions. How did we do overall? It looks like in Europe we get knocked out and we won't go down to the Europa League. So we don't even make it, but we do get knocked out in the quarterfinals by Juventus, though, in the Europa League, which is disappointing. And we, wow, what's happened here? We lose to the 3rd round by Hellas Verona. Don't tell me they're in the league below. They are in Serie A, actually. Where did they finish? Verona. Relegation. So we get knocked out by Verona. Surprised we didn't go there, but to be perfectly honest, I'm willing to sacrifice all of that as long as we won the league. Right, okay, let's have a look at some of the results then. Very quickly. So we lose our first game in Monaco in the Champions League, but in the league we don't lose till November to Genoa, and then we lose to Barcelona there. Did we play Barcelona beforehand? We drew 1-1 with them. That's pretty decent. Italian Cup 3rd round, there's that loss on penalties as well. What happened here? They had a player sent off as well, and makes it even worse. And we were behind. A late goal by Rafael as well, 83rd minute. We have a long run here. 6-0 against Lazio. That's quite a big one. 5-1 against BRG and 2-1 in the knockout rounds. Then we beat Hertha Berlin, a 3-3 and a 4-2. 5-0 against Napoli though. That's a massive result. The quarterfinals then, we draw 2-2 with Juventus. Rafael getting both and Rafael scoring once again. And we lose 5-2. So 7-4 on aggregate. But we hold our nerve. We beat Inter the following game. And games, we get 4-4 there. 6-1 there. So big scores going through all season. 4-0 against Spezia. 6-0 Bologna. So I'm just intrigued now as to who won it overall. Bayern Munich beat PSG in the final. As we were in the other competition as well. Let's have a look, see who won that one overall as well. Man U beating Juventus, so Juventus getting all the way to the final. Quick look at our squad then, see who did really well. Goals wise then, Rafael 44 goals this season, Gonzalez 21, 10 massive assists, and Adam as well coming on as sub, 15 goals, 5 assists. Saelmakers is just exceeded himself even more, hasn't he? 13 and 16. Wirtz 9 and 9. Absolutely phenomenal. Damsgaard getting in on the act as well. 4 and 5. Basuma, what did he do? 2 and 12 assists. That's not bad for his first season. Let's have a look at our goalkeeper then, Costa. How well did you do? Did you win the Golden Gloves? 27 conceded, 19 clean sheets. He's just surpassed himself, hasn't he? Absolutely phenomenal. I think he's made the difference. I'm not going to lie. But that's really good. I mean, a lot of assists going in. 4 people in double figures. Tonali with 19 assists. Our midfielder. 16 for Salmakers, 12 for Basuma, and Gonzalez was 10. I think that's absolutely amazing. Absolutely is. Tonali, second best in the league behind Martinez. Rafael gets 34 goals. Martinez again. How much did he score overall this season? Looks amazing. 55 goals overall for Inter. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for them to win the league. Let's just have a quick look at team overview then. So, most points, obviously, ourselves. Most goals. Inter manage it by 5. Most shots for Inter. We're just behind. Fewest against. Shots, that is. That's not too bad. Pass completion. Second, 91%. Joint top, actually. Most possession. We did that one as well. Joint top once more. Tackles 1. We're not in there. Not even in the dribbles. Clean sheets. Second. Behind Lazio. Lazio won it. Must be overall. And fewest conceded. Just behind them as well. So we've done reasonably well. So when did we take over the top of the table? So we were top. We dropped down to 4th for a bit. And then we hit 28. And then we stayed top all the way through. Inter were top and then that faded off. Juventus didn't really get started, did they? But Roma came from nowhere. Well, that concludes it then for this rebuild. We do win the Italian league finally. On a happy note, not quite with the Champions League, but we do get far in the Europa into the quarterfinals. But the ultimate aim, really, apart from winning the Champions League, which we didn't manage it, we do win Serie A. So we do get some enjoyment out of this save as well. We did win the Italian Cup and Super Cup as well along the way. But the big prize really is this Serie A. It's nice to see them back on there. Hopefully they'll be on there for some time to come. They've got some really, really good players. As we can see here, I mean, they're all of it. It's a few injuries as well, but look at them. They love each other. I think Diego Costa is an absolute beast in goal. Really is. Right, okay. Thank you very much for watching. If you take this rebuild on, let me know in the comments down below how you get on. Any big signings that you do. Do you wait till near the end to make big signings? I suppose we had to because of the money-wise. We didn't get any money into the last 2 seasons, really, to be fair. But if you manage to do it somehow, do a big clear out and get some big players in, let me know down in the comments. Let me know how you did. We won 3 trophies along the way, including Serie A right at the end, which I'm really chuffed with that. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe for some more rebuilds. Until the next time, thank you very much for watching. Thank you.